Probably close here in the studio, but this is CorBETs with myself and Tyler Dalsin. Ty, good to be with you here. You trying to cash tonight, Saturday and Sunday?
I am, and I'm very excited for the games that we got coming up here, especially with it being championship weekend for college football. But my sport's college basketball, so I'm excited to see what all those lines come out tomorrow as well.
Love it. Well, let's start with a sure loss from me. We're heading to BC basketball to start Friday. This is a 5 p.m. tip, so we're going to get this out here right and quick for you. I like the under. That's the play I'm actually pretty confident in, under 131. I'm taking BC because why not? Earl Grant, I like this guy as a new head coach, and I think it's nacho night. So he's doing some big things on campus now.
Well, actually, Dale, I actually have that as well. I got under 132. I love that play. Another play that I got tonight is under 126.5 in the Manhattan versus Siena game. Last year, Manhattan was an auto, just like Virginia is several years, auto play on the under. Wednesday night they played, and they just filled it up. And I think they're going to get back to reality against Siena, who's a very slow-paced team. I like this one under 126.5.
I'm heading to college football. It's the start of conference championship weekend. Kind of my theme throughout this is the teams that have played each other. I like going the opposite of what happened before. That means cover and whether it was over under. Not necessarily an auto, but I like looking that way. So I'm going to go under in UTSA, Western Kentucky. I think they scored 90 combined in the season, regular season. For some reason, this line is moving towards Western Kentucky, like from a dog to a favorite. So I'm not that confident in picking either Western Kentucky or the Roadrunners, a team favorite of mine and yours, Ty. Unfortunately, they got blown out in the last game of the season by North Texas. I'm going under 73. We'll be on a party bus. We don't have to watch this. We'll just hope it goes under.
Yeah. And I actually have a couple more college basketball plays for tonight. I got under 157.5 in the Kansas versus St. John's game. Not my favorite play of the night. I hate going unders in the St. John's just because St. John's plays so unbelievably fast. I just think the 157.5 for a Kansas game. However, yes, they just filled it up against Iona the other night, but I think that one's going to stay under tonight. I also have the over 134 in Colgate versus Northeastern. I watched this Colgate team just absolutely fill it up against Syracuse when they beat Syracuse 100-85. I think that 134 is a little too low. I think I'll be playing the 140s tonight.
The dentists.
And I also have over 134 in the Rutgers versus Illinois game tonight. First Big Ten game for these guys. I feel like that's going to be a little bit more high scoring. So I like that one over 134 as well.
Yes. College football. This is Oregon, Utah. I'm going Oregon because Utah blew out Oregon not too long ago, a couple of weeks. Keep an eye on Mario Cristobal news. Reports have been gaining steam. I've been hearing about this because I listened to the Levitard show. They've been on this for weeks, if not months, that this has been in the works. What does that mean for the game tonight? What is it? I mean, Brian Kelly left in the midst of potentially being in the playoff. What the hell is going to happen? Utah's solid against Whittingham. They started out under Whittingham. They started out super slow and then caught fire, kind of like Houston. I'm taking Oregon with the points and the money line, 2.5 and plus 120. Let's see if something happens, because it's also that Cristobal's apparently getting an extension. There's dueling reports. They're kind of battling over him. Let's see if Oregon wins it for the coach tonight.
Yeah, and then my last two college basketball plays for tonight, I got New Mexico State over UTEP, -1 in that game for New Mexico State, as well as I have San Jose State -7.5 versus the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota.
Ooh, okay. Heading up to Grand Forks, are we? Or is this a road game?
A road game. San
Okay.
Jose State. So a late tip-off.
You mentioned Virginia. I'm going under in the college hoops game, 113. Hasn't exactly been an auto play this year, but this Pitt team's kind of ass. What is it? Their head coach Capel, right, from Duke, who has just not done anything.
No.
Crazy. 113. Let's go under in a defensive battle. And then my last play for Friday, hockey. Hit a little 3-teamer last night after going ice cold. I think I lost like 20 plays in a row or something like that. Puck is trying to return tonight. Edmonton. This line is ridiculously short. I don't know why the NHL or Vegas is giving Seattle so much credit this year. Even at home, they have a losing record. I like Edmonton, a short line, -130 at the Kraken tonight to wrap up Friday.
No, I think that's a great play. And yeah, I totally agree. I don't know why Vegas is doing that with the Kraken at home. However, they did beat the Wild, who are first in the West at home.
Yeah, but that was like what, a couple weeks ago though, before the Wild got hot. Like the Kraken started out all right at home, and then they've just been the Kraken.
Yeah, it was pretty early on in the season.
Right.
My last play for tonight is actually in the association. I have the Atlanta Hawks over the 76ers, -2 on the line. Atlanta at home. I think they get it done against Philly.
Okay. Yeah, Atlanta's been hot. Philly is not without Ben Simmons. Flipping to Saturday for me, conference championship Saturday. I like Northern Illinois with the hook. They didn't cover in the regular season matchup, so I'm going Northern Illinois at home. You're going the opposite, Ty?
I am going the opposite. I have Kent State at -3.5. I don't have much analysis on it right now off the top of my head, but
I think Baylor's going to take. I'm expecting a chaos Saturday. Today's Freaky Friday, but something's happening on Sleeper Saturday. I've got Baylor plus the points, Baylor plus 180, Oklahoma State coming off the riding high Bedlam win. Baylor lost the regular season matchup. Coach Aranda's staying put. That's the words and the reports as of right now, as Kelly took the LSU job. I like Baylor in this game.
Yeah, I'm not on anything in that one right now. I actually only have one more play, and it's going to be in the SEC championship for Saturday. I got Georgia -6.5. I'm just was not impressed with Alabama last week at Auburn. I just didn't think that they look good at all, and Georgia's been looking hot all year. I think they want to close this one out to be undefeated. I'll take the 6.5.
Give me the points. Bama plus 6.5. Bama plus 200. I think Bryce Young's going to be the Heisman. I thought I punched that earlier in the year, and I looked back and I didn't. So I think it's too late now that he's the favorite at -200. But if he has a big game, that's going to get it done. It's Pickett and Young in action this Saturday. They're probably both going to be Heisman finalists. Look, I mean, it's Bama every single year. I'm not going to bet against Bama. Georgia's best win was against a shit Clemson team. I saw that Clemson team. I know they pulled out, 8 or 9 wins, but that offense was something else. It was putrid. Georgia's defense is for real. I mean, that's loaded with 5 stars, but who do you trust more? Is it JT Daniels or a young Stetson Bennett versus Bryce Young? Well, I guess he's young too, but he showed what he could do in crunch time against Auburn. Do you have a lean on the Bayern Dortmund game by chance? I'm on Bayern, a short line -130. They are on the road.
I do not have a lean. I haven't looked at any soccer. Soccer, actually, not to toot my own horn, has been pretty profitable this year, but I'm one of those guys who like laying in bed or late Friday nights and looking at the lines. So I have not gotten around to it, but honestly, I lean Bayern, but I mean Dortmund at home. I'm probably going to stay away from that one.
They've been hot. Porter's trying to get in the office here, which is awfully nice. Well, let's get your read on the rest of the college football games because again, I'm thinking it's going to be a sleeper Saturday. You think Cincinnati squeaks by? I think Houston, who lost the opener to Texas Tech, and then ripped off 12 straight wins or 11 straight wins. Total pressure on Cincinnati spot here. 10.5 is way too much for me. I'm playing these dogs because I could totally envision a scenario where Houston clips Cincinnati, who gets caught looking ahead at the playoffs.
Yeah, no, Cincinnati, their defense has been so solid all year. It's going to be Cincinnati's defense versus Houston's offense. If it's a high scoring game, Houston's going to win this one. If it's a low scoring game, I wouldn't be surprised that obviously Cincinnati wins and covers.
No respect for Iowa, it appears, as that is an 11-point spread as well. Well, Michigan letdown spot. They won the big game. Jim Harbaugh's tooting his own horn, calling out Ryan Day. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Enjoy the victory. Why are you calling out Ryan Day? You won one freaking game, Jimbo. I got Iowa outright plus 350.
I lean Michigan in this one. I don't have too many dogs, as you can see. I haven't made any official plays on this game.
Staying away.
Yep, but I lean Michigan. I think I was on Ohio State last week. Obviously, they didn't get it done. Michigan looks super dominant, and maybe Harbaugh turns a corner and he ends up stringing a few together and gets a little momentum going into the playoff.
What do you think the playoff is going to be?
I think obviously Georgia.
Yep.
Georgia, I think Michigan. I think, let me see here.
Because you're gonna have Bama out, Cincy in.
Yep, Cincy in,
Okay.
and then I don't know. Yeah, might be Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, OK State, depending on what you think happens.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Bama, Georgia, and I've got crazy scenarios. I was thinking Baylor might sneak in. I don't know. Maybe Oregon gets in if they're the Pac-12 champ and everyone starts losing in front of them. I don't know. It's probably, who knows? We shall find out come Saturday. Let's flip to Sunday. NFL Sunday, getting it started with a play that is sure to blow up in my face. It's the Falcons plus 11.5. They got blown out by Tampa Bay. Falcons are a 500 team. I mean, I don't think they're going to play the playoffs, but they're just randomly, they're a tattered bunch. Arthur Smith should be coach of the year looking at that offense and what he's pulling out wins with. What if Atlanta shocks the world this weekend? Well, let's see. We'll take the points.
Yeah, I don't think Atlanta's going to shock the world, but you never know. You never know. I got 4 plays for Sunday already for the NFL. First one, I got the Jets at home +7 against the Eagles. Not a big Eagles fan this year. Hurts is having a tough time throwing the ball.
Yep.
I think the Jets +7 was a little too much at home, and so I took it. I have under 50 in the Washington Las Vegas Raiders game. I just don't see them scoring as much. Washington's defense has came a little bit back to form as what they were thinking it was going to be early in the year. So I got under 50 in that one. Got San Francisco -3 at Seattle. San Fran just beat my Vikings.
Yeah.
Seattle is looking atrocious. Since it was still at that -3, that's why I took it. But I could see the 49ers just routing Seattle here. Then I go to the Sunday night game, and I got Kansas City -9.5 against the Broncos. Kansas City's on a little nice 4-game win streak. Who knows what's going to happen with Teddy Bridgewater there at going to Arrowhead. Mahomes has been in form, especially with connecting with a bunch of his guys now, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire back. So I like KC getting it done prime time -9.5.
Going under in that game, under 47. Kansas City's defense has really stepped up lately as they're holding a lot of teams to minimal amount of points. So Denver, too, you never know what you're getting out of your boy Teddy Two Shoes, but usually it's a lackluster offense, but a decent defense.
Sure.
Hottest team in football. You mentioned this game, the Washington football team. That's the team we remember. They're beating Vegas. What is this? What are we doing? They're beating Vegas this weekend. I picked them in the Survivor League, which I'm one of 7 left in like 110 pool. Washington outright against Seattle. You like that this past week? So obviously I already picked them, but gambling wise, I'm going to take them again because they've ripped off when they beat the Bucs. They've ripped off like 4 straight, and we all thought that was crazy. Then last thing, I think Houston with Tyrod Taylor, this is too many points for Indy. Indy, the Colts. So +10 for Houston wraps up my Sunday and wraps up CorBET. Oh, sorry. This is the last one. Jacksonville. The OBJ curse is real. Just taking the points, but I would not be shocked if LA lost outright at home to Jacksonville today, Sunday.
Yeah, no, LA has not looked good since OBJ's gotten there. So the thing is, with them being at home, I could see them squeaking out a close one, but no, that should be a real interesting game. I actually do have one last play.
Yes, please.
It's the Monday night game. Big game. I'm actually really excited for this one. New England at Buffalo. I got Buffalo -2.5. There's a lot of Mac Jones hype going on. Yeah, he's been playing great. I don't know. Give me Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs -2.5 at home.
It's going to be cold in Buffalo, New York. I could tell you that much. I'm on the under in that one, 43.5. The best fantasy defense going against a solid defense. Probably arguably like the best defense that you could actually look at and on paper looks pretty solid. Well, I mean, it's going to be a battle of the top 2, probably, them and the Bucs. Wraps up CorBETs here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of the best weekends, I would argue, in sports here as we wrap up 2021. Let's cash.